The anime division at Disney, Takuto Yaada, says that while the fundamental Japanese narrative remains constant, some more acceptable expressions may be necessary to avoid offending a sector of the market. Yaada recently spoke to Mantan Web about Disney's position in the anime market and how it has transformed in recent years. Japanese anime is entering a golden age. The size of the market has surpassed 3 trillion yen and continues to reach new highs, Yaada said, before noting that the medium has expanded beyond a small group of fans buying Blu-rays and DVDs. Now that anime is spreading around the world, Yaada was asked if Japan's unique and radical form of expression needed to change. "I don't think there has been any major change," Yaada said. "The fundamental narrative, accuracy of action, etc. have not changed, but there may be a shift toward adopting more acceptable expressions. To be seen by many people, expressions that don't hurt or mislead people are a given. This is not a negative thing, but perhaps an evolution. When videograms were the center of attention, there was a tendency for only those who wanted to buy. Now that we are distributing to a wider market with a service that adults and children can watch at any time, awareness is changing." Yaada's words raised concerns among some anime fans, who believe that the appeal of Japanese anime lies in its failure to cater to Western sensibilities. Some creators, such as Black Jack and Mysterious Disappearances episode director Kentaro Mizuno, share the same sentiment, posting via Twitter that anime could easily fall into the trap of political correctness to sell itself in Western and Chinese cultural spheres. Others disagree that the continued globalization of anime is a cause for concern, such as One Piece Red director and Code Geass director Goro Taniguchi, who says that anime has always taken into account overseas reception and made changes to be appreciated by all. The manga Eden Zero will end in 5 chapters. According to the information available, if there are no pauses in its publication, the work will end in this year's 30th issue of Weekly Shonen magazine, which will be published in late June or early July, depending on the magazine's schedule. Dragon Ball fans have expressed their dissatisfaction with Toei Animation and other companies involved in the production of the upcoming original series of the franchise, Dragon Ball Daima. The annoyance is due to the insufficient publicity this new project has received, which has generated concern and disappointment among fans. The creators of Studio Trigger's popular anime series Kill La Kill have made an interesting argument for fan service in the series, claiming that it is an essential component of both the medium and the series itself for the fate of humanity. Japanese media outlet February spoke with Kill La Kill screenwriter Kazuki Nakashima and director Hiroyuki Umeshi. While Nakashima joked that bathtub gazing scenes were probably forbidden nowadays except for a good reason, such as a character's life being at stake, he outlined his opinion on fan service somewhat more seriously. "We're making a commercial work, so we want the audience to see it. I don't mind if they say, I don't get it, but I don't want them to feel unnecessarily uncomfortable. On the other hand, if we make the play completely sterile, people are going to unaccustomed to this kind of content and die. So there's a way of thinking that says we should dare to take on the stigma and show this kind of thing to the public." An interview with Kazuchika Kai's, chief director and character designer for Ghost in the Shell, or Rise and Ghost in the Shell, the new movie, was posted on the official site for the Ghost in the Shell franchise. One of the questions posed to Kai's, an anime veteran who has designed characters in such series as Blue Seed, XXX Holic, Blood Sea, Made in Abyss and the Fate/Grand Order Camelot movies, was whether he was aware of current trends. This led Kai's to wonder about the spread of isekai anime. "I think there are already too many stories asking, do we really all hate the modern world so much? I find it strange that all that is made are isekai stories," was Kai's response. "Recently there was even a series about being reborn as a vending machine. That one really surprised me. It seems to me that there are fewer grounded anime works than before." Kai's also found it hard to believe in the RPG elements that are common in the modern isekai genre. Recent anime works show things like a level meter that appears when characters touch the air, even though there's no reason for them to have a personal interface like that. Maybe I'm getting old, but it really makes me wonder what's going on here. It just doesn't work for me. The most recent edition of licensed Global Digital Magazine listed the production of an anime adaptation for the manga Sakamoto Days, which is scheduled to premiere this year through Netflix's global catalog. A recent leak assured that the supernatural drama mystery manga The Summer Hikaru Died will have an anime adaptation. Although the information is pending official confirmation, details point to the series premiering sometime in 2025. Cover Corporation Corporation announced that a new multimedia project is in production for VTubers agency, Hololive Production, to be titled Magical Girls Holowitches. This upcoming project will include manga adaptations, anime, and live broadcasts, but did not disclose details or a release date. The adult content video industry in Japan is often quite interesting to review. Although by law these movies have to censor any genitalia shown on screen, these restrictions have led Japanese producers to go beyond the traditional to stand out. So, while Western plus 18 content makes simple plots where the actors talk for a few minutes and then proceed to do the sex act, plus 18 content actors in Japan literally make a movie with dialogue, production, and quite a few different scenarios. With this, they produce a story that really becomes interesting to watch, where the element of sex sometimes becomes just a compliment. But another of the particularities of adult cinema in Japan is the fact that, in many occasions, it does not take long to take the most popular characters of the moment, get cosplays of them, and dress the actresses as these waifus to generate a visual impact and ensure sales. One of the most prominent production companies in this aspect is Total Media Agency, and its most recent production is inspired by Sousou no Frieren. This new movie will be available next May 24th in Japan with the identification code SAIT030. Unfortunately, information about the actresses involved in this fine piece of cinematic art has not yet been listed, but they will definitely not disappoint fans of the franchise. Through its official media, the popular Japanese platform Fansha, considered as the Patreon of artists since it allows artists to keep in touch with their followers, upload exclusive content that can only be accessed through an individual subscription and even receive direct donations, recently surprised by announcing that it will no longer accept income through the services of Visa and MasterCard. Unfortunately, Fansha joins an ever-growing list of sites technically censored by these major banking services operators. Both Visa and MasterCard do not want to be involved with sites that have to do with NSFW content. The most worrying thing is that many of the artists who had migrated from Pixiv Fanbox to Fansha, when the former was also censored by Visa and MasterCard, will now have to migrate again to one of the remaining platforms that can still operate with these bank cards, in case it is not clear. Receiving a ban from the two largest banking services operators in the world is a death sentence, financially speaking. Although Japan has its own banking services such as JCB, Japan Credit Bureau, foreign fans cannot make use of them. This means that with a ban on Visa and MasterCard, Japanese artists lose any chance of receiving support from overseas fans. In the anime fan community, there are always those who take their interests beyond the conventional. A recent discovery on Twitter by user at Kamapapa2 has generated a stir, a mechanical device designed to interact intimately with anime characters or waifus. This device, shown in a video, features components that perform circular and back and forth movements, transmitted to a structure that holds a male pleasure device. Most striking is that these movements can be synchronized with specific animations, mimicking the hip movements of a chosen waifu. Although the design is innovative, it requires technical expertise to program the movement routines, which could limit its appeal to a specific niche. This invention reflects the creativity and audacity of otaku culture, challenging traditional perceptions and pushing the boundaries of interaction with fictional characters. The reaction has been mixed, ranging from fascination to disbelief, but it has certainly left a mark on the anime community, showing that in this world, imagination knows no bounds. These were the news of the week in the world of anime, manga, Japan, and the otaku community. Thanks for watching until the end. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to be aware of all the updates. See you next time.